Hello, right, Andy again here. Hello. I thought I would do a video about some DVDs, the free ones that you get from newspapers, because why not? It's something to do. So I'm going to sort of get a handful here and just sort of through them. I'm not going to sort of talk about them in any great depth, but I'm going to just sort of show you what I've got to try and keep the video a bit short. So the first one is Absolutely Fabulous. New Best Friend is an episode of the Jennifer Saunders sitcom from the 1990s. Around the World in 80 Days, the Pierce Brosnan Eric Idle version from 1989. The Michael Caine film Ashanti. I've seen all of these and I can tell you that's not particularly good though. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, great film. Well, very funny film anyway, was a great one, I don't know. This is a sort of a collection of various things. Martha, Me, Frank, Daniel and Lawrence and the bear, the Raymond Briggs story, so that's there. The animated film Belleville Rendezvous, which is actually quite interesting, it's fun. It's not great, but it's, you know, a bit long, but there we go. BFG, with the voice of David Jason, who, you know, played Del Boy in Only Fools and Horses and Granville in Open All Hours, and still Open All Hours. The Michael Winner remake of The Big Sleep with Robert Mitchum. Black Beauty. If anybody in Britain watches Emmerdale Farm, or Emmerdale, or whatever it calls itself, that's Patrick Mower there. Who was, I don't know if he's still in it. This is a copy of a film that someone did for us called Blitz, which is, I think, is a Jason Statham film. Le Boucher, which is actually a very good film. Bob the Builder. Good old Bob. Can he fix it? Not now, he can't. Episode 1 of Brideshead Revisited. These are lots of freebies from various newspapers and magazines and what have you. Brighton Rock. Excellent film. Excellent film. I've actually got a thing about the go-between there, but I don't have that. So, Richard Attenborough's Chaplin, Charlie Chaplin epic, which is very enjoyable. And again, there's a double DVD of the Chorus Line, but I don't have that either. So, the John Cleese film Clockwise, decent enough. Charlotte Gray, starring Cate Blanchett. Columbiana, another copy that someone did for us. The Dam Busters. Again, what could be said? Death and Cremation, which is again another copy that someone did for us. Dr. Zhivago with Keira Knightley. Yeah, so that's the director's cut of Donnie Darko. East is East. It's a very good film, that. The Will Ferrell film Everything Must Go, again a copy of that. First Do No Harm, which is directed by Jerry Zucker, who was more famous for the Airplane and Naked Gun films, but he did that. Flight of the Navigator, classic movie from the sort of 1980s when I was a young'un. The French Lieutenant's Woman, Meryl Streep and Jeremy Irons. Fried Greens Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. Very good. Friends with Benefits, which I think is Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. Again, a copy of that. Gold, the Roger Moore film. No, me neither. I have seen it, but I've never heard of it. The Good Life, an episode of The Good Life. The classic 70s BBC sitcom. Very good. The Graduate, classic film for a good reason. It's good. The Great St. Trinian's Train Robbery. Right, this is, what's this one? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, copy of that, so we'll talk about that one. Michael Caine film Half Moon Street with Sigourney Weaver. Me neither. So let's have a look, grab some of these. Right, so we've got Halloween, the very first Halloween. Very good. Heaven's Fall. These are the ones I've seen. And I can't remember half of them are about. Hell in the Pacific, which is actually a very, very good film. John Boorman directed that. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, Pinhead. Honeymoon in Vegas. Horrible Bosses copy. How to Get Ahead in Advertising, Judy Grant film. They were Handmade Films, George Harrison's film production company. Icon with Patrick Swayze. I think it was a mini-series, I'm not sure. There's a double bill here. We've got The Ipcress File and Brief Encounter. The Ipcress File, yeah, good film. Brief Encounter, excellent. Neil Diamond's version of The Jazz Singer. The said about that, the better. And a couple of episodes of Jeeves and Wooster. So you got In Court After the Boat Race, and what Anatole returned to Brinkley Court. That's got a her getting a Brinkley Court. The animated film Jock of the Bushveld, voice of Bryan Adams. Yeah. And then we've got Killer Elite, which I think is another Jason Statham film I've got a copy of. Kind Hearts and Coronets, brilliant film. Alec Guinness, superb. An episode of the Stephen Fry sort of drama comedy thing, Kingdom. Kiss of the Spider Woman, interesting film. I'm not sure if it's a great film, but it's an interesting film. The original version of Little Shop of Horrors. Sort of tore the edge off that for some reason, I can't remember. Yeah, so that's Little Shop of Horrors, the original version. And an Elvis Presley film, Loving You. Right, so that's those. Let me just grab these here. Right. You got the Alfred Hitchcock film, The Man Who Knew Too Much, with Peter Lorre. Decent film. And we've got A Matter of Life and Death and The Heroes of Telemark. Really, very good. And that's on the one disc, and on that disc you got, is it Return from the River Kwai? Nice. Maybe Baby with Hugh Laurie and Jolie Richardson, Ben Elton film. And a episode of Michael Palin's Around the World in 80 Days. Yeah. An episode of Michael Palin's Pole to Pole. An episode of Michael Palin's Himalaya. There we are. Les Miserables with Gérard Depardieu and John Malkovich. Michael Palin film The Missionary. The John Huston film Moby Dick with Gregory Peck. Mona Lisa, Bob Hoskins. Again, a handmade film. Very good. The Motorcycle Diaries about Che Guevara. There you go. I'll just move those across there so I don't knock them over. And then we've got a copy of the children's TV program Mr. Ben. You've not heard of that? It's nostalgic for me. Mr. Ben and Little Miss. Because why not? Mrs. Dalloway. Yeah, Virginia Woolf story. Again, for reasons best known to myself at the time, Mrs. Santa Claus, sort of cut it all up. Mrs. Santa Claus with Angela Lansbury. Murphy's War, Peter O'Toole, which has got a Handmade Films logo on it, but I don't recognise it as a Handmade Films. There's a distribution thing with it. Now, if you're of a sort of morally sensitive disposition, look away now. This was from a naughty magazine. It's called My Girlfriend's a Vampire, so I'm not going to justify that, but I can, but I won't. The film My Left Foot. Very good. Narrow Margin, Gene Hackman film. Again, sensitive disposition, look away now. A DVD from New Talent magazine. I can justify, but I won't. Noble Son, with Alan Rickman, Danny DeVito and cast of others, so that's very good. Nuns on the Run, the Eric Idle and Robbie Coltrane film, very good. On Golden Pond. Great film. One Foot in the Grave, an episode of that. And an episode of Only Fools and Horses. It's David Jason, if you didn't know who he was. Everybody in England knows who he is, everyone in Britain knows who he is, but if you're across the pond and watching this, you know who he is, that's him. That's Nicholas Lyndhurst as Rodney. That's Leonard Pierce as Grandad. Later replaced by Buster Merryfield as Uncle Albert, because Leonard Pierce sadly passed away. And then you've got 2 episodes of, again, 2 other British sitcoms, Hello Hello, which is that one there, and One Foot in the Grave, One Foot in the Grave. So that's that. Another Only Fools and Horses. There we are, there's that one. And we've got 2 episodes here of 2 Ronnie Barker sitcoms, one of Porridge, one of Open All Hours, again with David Jason. So that's. Now this one came through my door, and I thought I'd have a look at it, and it's a load of old bollocks really, but I thought it's sponsored by UKIP. I don't support UKIP at all or anything they stand for, but Overcrowded Britain, I thought I'd give that a watch. It's not very good. It's full of misinformation basically. The Piano. Good film. Polly Pocket, Too Cool at the Pocket Plaza. Oh yes, a lost classic, that one. And you've got a double bill of Porridge at Open All Hours again, and a double bill of 2 very probably lesser known BBC sitcoms: Hancock's Half Hour with Tony Hancock and Steptoe and Son. Very good. Then we have Pritzi's Honour, the Jack Nicholson film. Pardon me. I stopped doing that on camera. Real Steel, copy of that, the Hugh Jackman film. A copy of Red Dwarf 3 for the last day, from the 3rd series. Red Riding Hood. I think it's Amanda Seyfried in that, I'm not entirely sure. The Vinnie Jones film The Riddle. Ring of Brightwater. Rogue Trader with Ewan McGregor as Nick Leeson. Yes. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys with the voice of Jamie Lee Curtis. Leslie Nielsen film Santa Who, which isn't as funny as you think it would be. Great film, Scanners, really good. That's the acting's a bit hooky, but the story's fine. Shawshank Redemption, great film, brilliant. Again, Sleepy Hollow, really good film. And another Johnny Depp film, it's sort of a double bill thing, which is What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Silkwood. An episode of Some Mothers Do Have 'Em. Frank Spencer, Ooh Betty and all that. Sophie's Choice, very good film. A copy of the Jake Gyllenhaal film Source Code. Sympathy for the Devil. That's a very odd film. It's about the making of the song, but Jean-Luc Godard's got it. Is it Jean-Luc Godard? Yeah, Jean-Luc Godard's got involved in it. It's a bit peculiar. Interesting, but peculiar. Talk Radio. Not a film that I know particularly. An Oliver Stone film. I've seen it. It's all right. That was the year 1971, which is, although I don't have it, it's backed by, that was the year 1970. So that was the year 1970, and I don't have the 1971. So that's. That was the year 1977, with the Fat Elvis on the front. The Three Musketeers, Richard Lester film. So it would have come with a Four Musketeers, but I don't have that. To Walk with Lions, Richard Harris. The First Dumbledore. Too Late the Hero, another sort of lost Michael Caine film. Under Suspicion. Yeah, Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman, can't go wrong. Uninhabited, which if I remember rightly is a sort of lost on a desert island, on an island or something. It's quite boring. Another one for the morally sensitive to avoid, Voluptuous, which is another naughty magazine. A copy of the film. I'm not proud of having these copies, by the way, but the only versions we've got at the moment. War Horse. It's a good film. The Whistleblower, another Michael Caine film. Excellent film, Whistle Down the Wind. Brilliant, brilliant film, that. The Wicker Man. Very good. The Wild Geese. Burton, Moore, Harris and Kruger. I don't think it's Freddy Krueger, I think it's, who is it? It's, who's Kruger? Hardy Kruger. And Zulu Dawn. So there's that. But I'm also going to show you a few that I haven't actually seen yet. I've not had time, or well, I probably haven't all around to it. The A Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart of Star Trek and X-Men fame. Put that over there. A version of Cider with Rosie, the Laurie Lee story. A film called Crush with Imelda Staunton, who was Dolores Umbridge in the Harry Potter films. Andy McDowell from Fordings and a Funeral. And Anna Chancellor, who was also Fordings and a Funeral, I do believe. So that. Defence of the Realm. So I've not seen these ones, so I don't know if they're any good or not. Defence of the Realm. Don't Look Now. As I understand, that's a very good film. So that's The Eagle Has Landed. There is a, like there's a, when we come with the fourth, there's a fourth protocol to sort of slot in there, but I don't have that. So Enigma. Don't know what that's about. It's a mystery to me. And you've got Educating Rita. The film's really launched Julie Walters onto the scene, because she was known as a sort of part of a double act with the late great Victoria Wood, sort of in the early 80s. This is a copy of 50 Shades of Grey. I got not really any interest in watching that. I probably will watch it at some point, but not that bothered by it. Glengarry Glen Ross. The Alec Baldwin film Malice. Princess Daisy, the Judith Krantz story. The reason I've got this, pick this up, because it's got Ringo Starr in it. Yeah, that's who you're dealing with here, folks. And Brad Pitt film A River Runs Through It. Yeah, I've not seen that one. And that's what I haven't seen is Watermelon by Marianne Keyes. And I think I don't know who that is. Anna Friel, and I think that's. So this is Jamie Draven, but I don't know. Anyway, so this is. Oh, that's a good, that's fun of Marianne Keyes. So yeah, so that's that. Pardon me again. Not much of a video, I'm afraid, this time, but I thought I'd sort of do something. If anyone's got any suggestions of videos I should make, talk about. I think they're doing a similar thing with the music CDs that I've got, and I might do sort of reviews of certain albums that I have as well. That's of interest. Okay, well, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Ta-da.